Hey, happy Saturday. How is everyone doing? Clock it for no reason. We just gonna walk around clocking it all the time. I hope everyone is doing okay. Thank you all so much for joining me today. Welcome to another Saturday morning live, and we got another good topic for y'all today. I hope y'all are ready for this topic. Replay game. If you're watching, make sure you drop in the chat you ready, because I hope you're ready for this topic. It's gonna be a good one. But before we even get there, make sure you guys are answering the question of the day. And the topic for the live is going across the screen at the bottom. It's called You're Not Broke. You're just not consistent. We're going to talk about it. I know you're like, excuse me, Chris, we're going to talk about it. Girl, don't worry, we're going to talk about it. All right, good morning, everyone. Oh, look at all my favorite people in here. I love it. So y'all are in here. That means y'all are answering the question of the day. Let me find the question of the day. And let me take this banner off real quickly. First of all, I hope everyone is doing okay. I hope you guys had a great week. I hope you got a beautiful weekend plan. It's such a beautiful fall day outside. This whole week has been fallish, and I love it. Love it. All right, let me get to the comments here. Let me see who is here, and let me grab that question of the day. Let's read it. Oh, glasses. Look at me. I like glasses. All right, here we go. What usually stops you from staying consistent? This is a good one. And we're talking about, you know what? You can put whatever. Usually our topics about budgeting, but if there's something that stops you from staying consistent that doesn't relate to budgeting, you put that as well. But what usually stopped you from staying consistent? Is it motivation? Is it time? Is it distractions or something else? Please comment below what your answer is. This isn't an A, B, or C, D. Just answer the question below. What usually stops you from being consistent? Okay, let's get to it. Hey, Ro. Good morning. Okay. Rose said it's hard to be consistent because we tend to focus on the outcome more than the process. Oh, so she came to live this morning. Okay, got it. We're more drawn to the positive feelings of outcomes rather than the struggle of the journey. Most of us quit during the struggle because we experienced the wars of Oh, Ro, you didn't tell me you were coming to live this. If I would have known she was coming to live, I would have put on something a little bit more sophisticated. That's what I'm talking about, Ro. Talk that talk. That is so good. All right, live over. Ro nailed it. Good morning. Oh my God, that was so good. Good morning. 80% distraction followed by something else in time. So 80% distraction and then something else and then time. Ain't that that's the truth. Good morning, Chris. Let's see. Chris, I'm going to have to watch the replay. As long as you watch, I do not mind. Good morning. Good morning. Let's see. Mostly distractions and my partner because he can't budget to save his life. So I have to pick up the slack sometimes. Now, that's real talk. Like, that is a good one. For those of you who are doing this journey with someone else and you all may not be on the same path, that makes it difficult, doesn't it? Oh, that's a good one. We have to talk about that. I get bored doing the same thing every 2 weeks. God dang it. Y'all didn't prepare me that y'all was ready for today. Like, y'all are ready. Dang it. I would have put on a dress or something. Y'all came prepared. I like it. Woo. Look at this here, Wendy. I felt you on that. That's what I'm talking about. What happened? Okay. We're going to have meetings before the lives so we can prepare. I wasn't ready. We can talk about all of these things you all just mentioned. This is the topic. And I just want you guys to know, I am so happy. Now, I asked you guys to leave me suggestions for topics for the lives. And Linda left this suggestion. Let me find it here. She left this on my Buy Me a Coffee page. I always ask if you guys go to my Buy Me a Coffee page, if you download any of the freebies that I have on there, I always ask you when you check out, is there something you'd like to learn next? So Linda replied, she wanted to talk about how to stay consistent. So that's where this topic is coming from today. But I'm going to tell y'all is ready. This is a good one. There's so many lives that I can talk about just from the comments that y'all have just made. I love it. Don't forget to put your hashtag Saturday Live in. Yes, we will be doing a giveaway at the end of the live. If you're new here, every week I do a giveaway for a different budgeting item from my shop. So you are more than welcome to put in that hashtag Saturday Live. You do not have to enter if you do not want to. All right. And everything Jay said, hold on. Did I miss what Jay said? Oh, Janelle, let's see. Janelle says, I don't stay consistent because of unexpected expenses and spending distractions due to sales, discounts, and clearance items I use that are suddenly cheaper now. All right. Y'all got it. I live over. Live over. Y'all got everything to a T. This is such a good. This is good. Okay. I love good conversation. This is good conversation. This is good topics. Oh my God, y'all are just nailing this. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Good morning. Come on in. We are talking about, you're not broke, you're just not consistent, but we're all talking about it. Make sure you're answering that question of the day. Let's see. Good morning. Good morning. All right, let's see. Who haven't I seen yet? Lynette, let's see. Sometimes motivation, about twice a year, I'll get burned out. That's a good one. I'm actually going to do a live on that one because sometimes, we, especially me, I push, budget. But the reality is sometimes you just get burned out. Like, oh my God, can I have a break from it? The answer is no, but there are things the answer is no, but there are things that we can do to not be burned out. So yeah, let's talk about it. All right, happy Saturday. I love a Sam's Club sale. I can never resist for things I need around the house. Oh my gosh. Somebody said in Costco, Smart and Final. Okay. Well, let's see. Hey, good morning. Good morning. Come on in. Come on in. Put those hashtag Saturday Lives in. All right, let me see if I can get some more questions of the day here. Make sure you're answering that question of the day. Let's see. Time and distractions. That's a good one. Motivation and distractions. Hey, Amanda. Yay, I finally made a live from Louisville, Texas. Hey, welcome. Glad you are here. Hold on. Let's welcome, let's see. Sienna, is that how you, don't worry about them old. Sienna, that's how you pronounce that? I love it. Let's welcome Sienna. Welcome to the live, friend. Make sure y'all welcome her in the comment section. All right, let's see if I see any more questions of the day because this is going to be a good topic. Most of the time, I am consistent. However, there are times when I have to take time to do something with my 12 bonus daughter. Kids these days always have, okay, this is true. Kids will monopolize your time. And so sometimes that makes it hard to be consistent with the things that you want to do for yourself because you're doing a lot of stuff from your kids. And I can only speak from experience with that. That is me and Mini-Me. She is on fall break. And I told her before fall break, school started in August. I have been on the go with that child since August. I told her when fall break starts, don't talk to me. I said, don't ask me for nothing. Don't ask me to go nowhere. Don't ask me to do nothing. I've been on the road with you for 2 months. Leave me alone. This is my fall break too. That is so true. Time. Let's see. Having too high of expectations on myself, falling and not reevaluating. Look at this. Having too high of an expectation and not reevaluating. See, this is the one thing I want everyone to understand. Everything that you guys are putting in these comments, which are great comments. They're always great comments. These are things you got to be able to say to yourself because once you're able to recognize the problem and you can say this to yourself, this is how you move ahead. If you know you're setting your expectations too high and you're not reevaluating, see, you know what the problem is. That's the first step because most people can't admit what their problem is. I love it. Absolutely. Good morning, y'all. Always good intentions, but life has me being pulled in so many directions. I felt that. Distraction and immediate gratification. Y'all are on one today. What's up? There's Sienna. Good morning. Let's see. Any more questions of the day? I'm so motivated that I stay consistent. All right. Rose said, I'm motivated and I stay consistent. There you go. Time and distractions. Yes. Okay. Unexpected expenses equal distractions. I think mental health can be a bit Oh, hi, Kelly. That's a good one. Oh my God. Mental health can be a big distraction, depression. And that is hard to get out of. But I will say, if anyone is here on this live today, if anyone's watching this replay of this live, do know there is a light at the end of that tunnel. And what can help is joining these lives and coming in here and talking to your friends in the chat, putting in this comment how you're feeling. Because one of the things that kind of helps us is getting it off our chest. If you are going through something and you don't have anyone to talk to and you never say it out loud and you never write it down, come to the live here. That's what we are. We are a community. Get that stuff off your chest. That's the first part. You keep all that stuff held in. Whoa, child. You're going to be sitting over there and then it just sits in here and just thinking and thinking and thinking, honey. Come to the Saturday morning live, get it off your chest and have a good time at least for an hour. You understand? Oh my God, I felt that one. Usually nothing stopped me as I budget carefully and I don't add any new bills or overspend. And that Susan, and that is great. Listen, when you find a good routine and it works for you, stick to it. There is nothing wrong with that. You don't have to change anything. If it works and it's keeping you ahead of the game, that's a beautiful thing. A beautiful thing. I stay consistent. Yes, good morning, Tamika. That is awesome. For me, it's distractions, always overthinking. Oh, that's a big one. Always overthinking. Why do we do that? Why do we overthink? Why do we do that? We do that with a lot of stuff. Always overthinking. I don't know why we do. It's in our nature. We need to work on that. Let's see. Distraction, fear of coming up short of money. Hey, Roz. Okay, y'all did show up today. Showing up and showing out is what I like to call it, and I ain't mad at it. And these are some good ones. So, y'all, this is what we're going to talk about today. And I'm sorry I haven't gotten to everyone's comments, but welcome. Good morning. Yes, this is good stuff we're talking about today. So, like I said to you guys, this was a suggestion from Linda on my Buy Me a Coffee page. I asked, what would you like to learn next? She said, I want to learn how to stay consistent. So that's what we're going to talk about today. Some 5 tips on how to stay consistent, because one of the things that I always like to stress is that everyone thinks that having a lot of money is the answer. It may help. It can help, but it can also hurt, because if you don't know how to manage that money, you're not going to get anywhere. So that's the part when it hurts. So that's when we have to understand that having wealth doesn't always mean having a lot of money. What it does mean, though, is being consistent with what you do have. Listen, if you learn how to be consistent and learn how to manage what you have right now, and you got your money in check and you got things taken care of and you got your bills paid, that brings so much more than having all of this money that you don't know how to manage. Then you easily work and you just, work in the extra money. But first step, let's manage what we got first, okay? So I love this topic. So we're going to deep dive into it. And before we get started, if you guys have not already, if you haven't downloaded your live worksheet, this is on my Buy Me a Coffee page. The link is in the description. This is a worksheet. If you guys want to print this off to take notes, to talk about the things we discuss in these lives, please make sure you grab a copy. And if you don't grab a copy, you don't have a way to print it, you can always just use pen and paper. But I hope you are taking these topics as a takeaway as you help organize your life, your finances, and all of the things. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to get into our topic. I'm going to come back to the questions of the day, but we're going to go ahead and we're going to get started on this topic, how to stay consistent. When we're talking about consistency, we need to understand motivation, what motivation is versus what consistency is. Okay. So motivation is the spark, but consistency is the engine. So hear me out. It's okay to be motivated. Motivated makes you want to do things. But you can be motivated all day long and not do anything. And where's that getting us? It's the consistency of doing something routinely that's going to get your finances in order. Okay. Most people want to feel ready before taking action. But think about it. That day rarely comes. Everyone says, I want to be motivated before I start budgeting. One of these days when I feel ready, I'll do it. That day ain't gonna never come, because you gotta take action. You don't need to feel motivated to take action. You just need a routine. This is all about having a routine. You ain't got to be motivated. You can be motivated to get started, but then you need a routine to keep at it, okay? Show up for your money even when you don't want to. So check that bank app every Friday. Don't just check in when it's payday. You understand what I'm saying? You got to stay on top of stuff. Now, I want everybody to understand this last part. Motivation depends on emotions. Consistency depends on structure. Hear me out. So emotions will say, I'll save when I feel good. I'll save when the time is right. There's just so much going on. Structure says, I'm saving every day, 9 a.m., no matter what's going on. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what consistency is, okay? So first you got to understand it, because a lot of people think they're ready to start this journey because they're motivated. That's not what's going to get you to the level where you need to be. The consistency, that is what's going to drive you to get your finances in order. Okay. All right. So I'm going to put my first question of the morning up here. Go ahead and put a number 1 next to this answer and be honest. How many times have you restarted your budget this year? Be honest. And what usually throws you off track? What usually, if you have to restart, you started off good, then you fell off. What happened? What usually throws you off track? Okay, put a number 1 next to that answer, and then you guys, if you've put in your hashtag Saturday Lives, good. We got 43 entries. Today's giveaway. If you guys know, I have a savings challenge called Save for the Things That You Want, so you don't go into debt. Those of you may not be aware, but that is my motto. Save for the things that you want. You can absolutely have all of the things. You just got to save for it. Okay. So I have a savings challenge that is a low income savings challenge, and it's based off of saving as little as $1 a day and at max $5 on the weekend. Okay. I have 2026 ready to go. So if anyone's interested in purchasing it, it's $1 digital download for each month. It comes with a free envelope and a tracker here. But today's giveaway, I'm going to print off a set of 12 and laminate it and send it to you. And you can pick what size you want. If you want full size like this one. Now, this one I made a notebook for myself. It won't come like this, but you will get the laminated sheet. So if you want a full size A5 or A6, you can just let me know when you send me an email. There'll be one winner today. But if anyone is interested, that challenge is $1 digital download for every month, and it comes with an envelope. Such a cute challenge. I absolutely love it. And I do it to show people you can absolutely save on a low income. All you need is little as $1 a day on this challenge. You can absolutely do it. If you complete the entire year, you'll save over $800. That ain't bad. That ain't nothing to frown at. So put your hashtag Saturday Lives in the chat if you want to be a part of that giveaway. And then we're answering, be honest. How many times have you restarted your budget this year, and what usually throws you off? So let me see if I can find, let me get down here and see if I can find 13 minutes late, girl. You're fine. Just said I'm 13 minutes late. Hold on. Thank you, Chris, and everyone. It's pronounced Anna? See Anna. Why did I get so excited? I'm about to choke. Anna. Well, welcome. Thank you for, because I will butcher a name and I don't mean to. That's why I give people nicknames. We're going to call you C Money. That's what we're going to call you. But welcome, everybody. Welcome. Speaking truth. That's what we do. Hey, Anissa. All right, let's get down. Let's see if we can find some number 1s. Thank y'all so much for being here. If I miss anyone, please let me know. Let's see. Oh, yeah, please hit that like button. Nikki stays on top of that. Please, you guys. Nikki is one of my members, and she's so sweet. And she said she's one of my moderators too. So please make sure you're hitting that like button. You guys, I don't ask you for much. Do I ask you for much? I don't ask for much. But what I do ask for you to do is support and hit the like button so I can get this live pushed out so we can have more people joining us on this live, because we're going to build financial freedom one budgeter at a time. I just made that up. I'm putting it on a t-shirt. All right, let's see. Let me find some number ones because we can never get through all the topics here. Let me see. I think I see number one. Okay, be honest. How many times have you restarted your budget? Budget. 0 restart. Okay, never. Nice. Never, ever. Okay, 0 restart. Child every day, Jasmine. Not every day, because I overspend on billing my kids. All right. Now, Jasmine, I want you to think about this topic. This is what, when I say you guys download that worksheet, I want you guys to jot this stuff down, because I want you to write that down, Jasmine. Not the everyday, but the reason why, because I overspend on bills and my kids. And then I need you to start to dissect what you're overspending and why that is. See, this is how we get started. This is how we break it down. Every other month because of unexpected expenses or bill increases. Well over 10 times lack of consistency in job hours, sick kiddo, medically complex. Yeah, I see that. I have it. Oh, pet emergency. Woo, hey, Tina. Every time somebody says something about a pet, I'm like, ooh, because I already know. Woo. Twice, okay. I think I restart every pay. Between my husband spending, my kids always need things, and bills going up, I'm struggling. That's another one. Ashley, right? Do you see this? Everybody, see this. Now, see her reasonings. This is just for Ashley only. Write this down. Why do you restart? Husband, kids, bills going up. These are topics that you need to address. This is how you fix it. It's not, and listen, you guys, these things happen. But it's not enough for us to just keep saying that's the reason. We know that's what we need to tackle. We know it. If we're going to get to that other side, those are things we got to tackle. So you write, those are topics right there. And now you put bullets on how you're going to fix it. I'm telling you, this is how we're going to get through it. 0, thank God. That is good. Once, okay. 0. Hey, there is nothing wrong with that. That's good. 0 restart, but adjust sometimes, because adjusting is okay, right? I love it. 3 times this year, and I tend not to want to budget when I don't have money left over for savings. Is that Dolores? I don't know if that's Dolores or not. I think so. But listen to this. I tend not to want to budget when I don't have money left over for savings. How many of y'all can relate to that? If you don't have money left over, it's not motivating, right? That's what we just talked about. It's not motivating, then it gets you off your game. But listen, if that's what's happening, you want that to happen. So now you need to look at, why don't I have money left over? Address the reasons why. I'm not saying that those are not legit reasons, but now we need to look at those reasons. Don't let it stop you from budgeting. See that? Don't let that happen. You got to budget. Sometimes we just don't have the extra money for savings. Sometimes we just ain't going to have it, but you still need to budget. You still need to make sure you're on track. Y'all okay. Not y'all showing out today. No restart. That's good. I had to restart my travel savings month ahead when I quit a job before. I started another that was saved with extra money, but budget still stays consistent. Yeah, so you have to start some sinking funds over, sounds like, but your budget stayed consistent. That's good. 0 restarts on my budget. That's excellent. Oh, that's consistency right there. Let me see who haven't I seen here. Numerous times, but recently in September for open enrollment for insurance, I had to adjust October budget because insurance went up. That's not a start over. That's a adjustment. Adjustments are fine when it comes to your budget. So maybe I should say to all of you who said you've had to start over, now I want you to think about, is it truly a start over where you stop for a period of time, Or is it like what Kathy just said? She had to readjust, because readjusting is fine. You should readjust according to what's going on in life. Okay. Two different things. I like that. I'm glad you brought that up. Let's see. Who else haven't I seen here? Let's see. I restarted once, but I started late in the year. I fell off halfway into August and started up again for October. The important thing is you started back again. Yes, I love it. All right, let's see. Who haven't I seen here? I've restarted my budget. Hey, is that Mara? I've restarted my budget multiple times, but it's okay. It's okay. I got to crawl before I can walk. It is okay. And I want you guys, this was a good question here. I want you guys to take this question as a takeaway. And I like that comment. It's okay. I had to restart, but it's okay. Because the main important thing here, what I'm noticing with all of you all, that at least you're restarting. You ain't giving up. So, sometimes you can be like, F this, I ain't doing this. Forget what Chris talking about. Budgeting is stupid. At least y'all ain't giving up. Don't give up. That's the key thing. You're just going to have to figure it out. All right. That's what we're here. That's what we're talking about. And we're going to get it figured out together. All right. All right. If you guys have not done so already, please hit that like button and let's get into our second topic. We're talking about how to stay consistent. Okay. That was the first topic. Here is the second one. Let's talk about small money moves. Okay. Small money moves. We talk about this all the time. Tiny habits lead to big money wins. Now listen to this. Did y'all know that if you save $5 a week, that is $260 in a year? Did anybody know that? If you save $5 a week for the whole year, that's $260. That is nothing to frown at, okay? Rounding up your transactions can build hundreds over time. So if you guys, I have my link to Acorn in the description box. This is what I use for my investing, and it also has a system you can use called the round up system, where wherever you make a purchase, it rounds up your spare change and puts it in an investment account for you. So just something to think about. Rounding up your change, no matter how small it can be, can add up over time. Okay. Now listen, for all of y'all who said y'all started over, you get better at money the more consistently you practice. I don't want anyone to think that they've started a budget and it didn't work, and this was your first time started and it didn't work, so you give up. Is it going to be perfect? No, you got to do it. You got to do it you got to do it a lot of times. Let's just say that. Even the most experienced person, the person who may answer they don't restart over, they got to keep doing it. It takes consistency, okay? So small wins will keep your budget alive. Remember that. It's easier to stay consistent with small goals rather than large, massive ones. Y'all, we talked about this before. Set yourself up and consistently move up. Don't start with no big, large goal that you know you cannot obtain. Come on now. That's setting yourself up for failure. So focus on consistency and not results. Listen to this. Ask yourself, did I do what I said I would do this week? Instead of how much did I save? You see the difference when you focus on how much did I save? How much did I save? You are not even focused on how to get there. You're just focused on the end goal, and that's not being consistent, okay? So just celebrate those small wins because it helps build confidence, okay? That's with anything. I tell my daughter this all the time. Confidence wins. And so when you consistently work on your budget and you get better at it, you're going to notice those wins. You're going to notice you start winning. Don't let those tiny things get you off your game. Like, I don't have any money to save, so I'm not going to do it. Get that confidence. Keep doing it. Keep looking at it to see how you can make it work. All right. Now let's put up our question number 2. Put a number 2 next to this answer. What's one small money move you do? You may already do this, or you would like to do every week. Like, what's something that you would like to do every week? So like I just mentioned, the transferring, money. Maybe it's, checking your bank accounts. How often do you check your bank accounts? How often do you check your high yield savings accounts? How often do you do that? Maybe it's checking your credit score. How many of you guys check your credit score? How many guys check your statements? What's a small win you do or like to do to help you build consistency? Okay, put a number 2 next to that answer. And I hope you guys are enjoying this topic. And while you are writing down the answer to this question, I just want to share with you guys, and I'm going to pull it up here. This is a worksheet that I created, and I love doing stuff like this. So I want to share it with you all. So let me see if I can pull it up, if it's going to block this question on here. One second. Oh, good. The question is still on there. Okay. So one of the things that I like to do in my day-to-day life, I'm always working on time blocking, right? If you guys know what time blocking is, or if you don't know what time blocking is, that is just scheduling a dedicated time to devote to a task throughout the day to help you stay more productive. This is one of the things that I work on in my everyday life as I deal with my personal life and time, my business, my work, my kid, all of these things. So one day I was like, I should make a budget time blocking sheet. And so I did, and this is the sheet here. So as we talk about consistency, I wanted to share this sheet with you. It is a freebie on my Buy Me a Coffee page, so please feel free to download it. But as we talk about consistency today, I wanted to challenge you guys to download this and take a stab at it. So the way it works here is you have this brain dump section, okay? So what I want to challenge you to do is, as things relate to your budget and things you need to do, write it all down here in this brain dump section. Okay. So it can be, I want to start a new savings account, or I want to start a savings account. I want to transfer money. I need to go to the ATM. I need to cash stuff my sinking funds, whatever it may be. Write it, everything down you need to do. Write it down in the brain dump section. Okay. Then you're going to come down to this section here. See where it says top 3 priorities. You're going to go up to that brain dump section, and you're going to write the top 3 things that you need to accomplish from everything you just wrote down there. Only 3. That's going to be hard, but you got to pick the top 3. Okay. Then you're going to come over here to your daily plan section. And I want you to take those top 3 things, plan a day that you're going to work on it, and then put it into one of these time slots here. Okay. And this is going to help you become consistently practicing the things that you need to take care of every day. When you assign a time to it, that's the time you're dedicating to make sure you get that task taken care of. That is the only time, and you focus on nothing else. And then you come down here and you have a note section. So let me know if you guys download that. Let me know if you like it. I really do enjoy time blocking. It really does help you to be productive. So I said, well, why not? Let's try this with budgeting, because that's the whole point. We want to be consistent with our budget. So again, it's on my Buy Me a Coffee page. The link is in the description box. I can talk about that all day, you guys. It's one of my all-time things that I work on in my personal life. So let me move on, because I talk about that all day, honey. Okay, now let me get back to question number 2. Let me see how you guys are responding. Let's see what's going on. Good morning. Good morning. All right, let me see. I'm looking for number 2s. What's one small money move you do or would like to do every week that's going to help you? I think I see number 2. Here we go. I transfer the change from my paycheck to my savings to see how much I get by the end of the year. Beautiful. That is a beautiful example. Change adds up too. Change adds up too. Yes, it does. Checking on cash envelopes and bills getting paid. Check on your cash envelopes. Check on your sinking funds. If nothing else, this is a side note. I don't know about y'all. I have no reason to think this, but I'm always going to check my envelopes and stuff. Let me just make sure that last total I said I had was still in there. You understand what I'm saying? You don't know what may happen. I'm just saying, check your stuff. Check your stuff. If you ain't locking it up, check your stuff. Okay, let's see what we got. I would like to be able to send any leftover money, if there is any, over to my kids' savings. Oh my God, Jasmine, I think we got a list for you. That is a great idea. That is a great idea. It starts now. It starts now. Let's see. I save all my ones and fives every week. That is a good one. I save all my change to save for spending money on vacation. That's a good one. Okay. Let's see who I've seen yet. I would like to stop second guessing myself when it comes to achieving small wins. At times, I don't think I can do it. And yes, and then you do it. And then you got to celebrate it and recognize that you did do it. When you hype yourself up with them small wins, then that's going to lead you to the next step to know, okay, now I can step up my game a little bit. Can I do this? My small win was, let me say, $250. Bam, you do it. Okay, I did that. You look at yourself like, did I just do that? Next, let me see if I can say 500. I say 250. You understand? Celebrate those small wins. They're so important. So important. Let's see what Sarah says. Check my bank accounts at least once a week and save my change in a little container. Yes. Or you guys can get my new coin box. I don't have pictures of them right now, but they are beautiful. Check out my website. You guys will love them, and they will make great Christmas presents. Oh my gosh, they're so adorable. I have to remember to bring them next time. I round up my debit card transactions and transfer the difference to my abundance fund, and I check my account daily. Yes. Woo, daily is just like master. Was that Tamika? Tamika's on it. I'm checking my checking account every day. I check my credit card about every other week. Lucky I did because there was a fraudulent charge on it. That's a good one. I was going to say, check those credit card charges too. Check your statements. I'm bad about checking my statements, my bank statements, not my credit card statements. I check those. But my bank statements, is anyone else bad about that? Because I get them electronically, and my bank will alert me about everything. Let me know when they're ready. I don't look at them. I just go to the app. But still, check your statements. So you may find a lot of stuff. Chris, love that, but I am not a time block person. You don't have to do time block. Make it into your own thing. Make it into your own thing. Whatever you may be, make it into that and just remain consistent with it. So no, you don't have to be a time blocking person. That's just my thing. I love it. I need it though. Some of us do things because we need it to stay on track. And I gotta set a time to do tasks, or I will squirrel my way out of it. And all these different topics. If you guys know me, and especially if any of my Instagram friends are here, you know that I can go from topic to topic just like this. I probably do it on here too. That's why I have to say, from 2 to 3, you ain't thinking about nothing else. This is what you're working on. I have to do that. All right, let's see who I missed. I check all my accounts and my budget books every Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. Nice. This is what I'm talking about. All cash back from the use of my Apple Card. It automatically goes to my Goldman Sachs. I like that. That is a great idea. Yes. I take my rollover money to put towards savings challenges. I check my credit score every week to keep track. And I also round up my purchases at the store to pay an even amount and donate to charity. So sweet. So sweet. I love that. And you said you check your credit score every week. For those of you out there, if you have credit cards, I don't know about everyone, but I do know like my Capital One credit card for sure, it will give me credit alerts to let me know if there's been any changes to my credit score, if there's anything that's been added or there's been no change, no activity. So if you have those options with your bank or your credit cards, make sure you sign up for them. They are good. They are really good. Okay. Hey, Cindy. Let's see who I've missed here. Hi, Deb. I would like to be more careful with moving my cash to my account, and I would like to be better at taking my cash with me to begin with. Let me ask y'all a question. How many of y'all cash stuff your cute little cash envelopes with cash, and then you proceed to just use your card? Comment down below, because I'm like that. How many of you cash stuff you can just get your cash envelopes? They're cute. They all arranged in order. You cash stuffed them. This is what my budget is. And then you go out and you swipe your card. It's like, well, wait, why did I use that cash I just used? Comment down below, let me know. Hey, that's real talk. Now, some people do it because they want reward points and all of the things. But yeah, If you're using that cash to cash up your envelopes to help you stay on track, got to make sure we're using it. Okay. All right. Let's see who I've missed here. Already auto transfer money when I get paid. Let's see. I think that says 50 to HISA, 20 to Cash App for render. But that's a good one. Um, $27 to charitable donation. Not the best amounts, but I'm trying to trick my brain into not noticing. That's really good, Jenny. No, it's not. You guys, don't think of anything as not the best amounts. Any amount is a great amount. Any amount. Because what do we always say? It adds up. You don't pay attention to it and it adds up. I was just looking at my account today. Now, I mentioned to you guys that I use Acorn for my investments. Again, the link is in the description box. Take a look at it. There is a referral program. So if you sign up for it and use my code, we'll both get points and whatever else we get. But you have an option to get a checking account with your Acorn account. And I have a checking account there. And every month, I roll over $40 every month into that checking account from my main checking account. I don't pay attention to it. It's one of the things when you automate something, out of sight, out of mind, I don't even notice it's gone. I went to check that account. I don't check it either a lot, and I need to check it more. It's just out of sight, out of mind. It just goes. I don't even realize that $40 is missing. I was like, let me check my account today since we're talking about this time. I got $1,800 in there. I said, what the? Let me hurry up and put that in my savings. See, I don't be paying attention. And that's when we talk about small things to check, that's one of the things I need to be checking. That money is just gone. I don't even think about it. And I checked. I was like, whoa, where did I get that much money? Let me move that money. I'm about to go shopping. I'm not. See, don't think like me. I'm not going shopping. I promise. It is going into my savings account. I may take a little bit and go shopping, but I'm not going to take all of it. Is the point. Okay. All right. So let's get into our third topic because these conversations get so good. I can never make it through all of my topics. So please make sure you hit that like button if you're enjoying the live. I hope you are loving the live. Make sure you put in your hashtag Saturday Live. It will be for my save for the things that you want challenge. I got a lot of stuff going on. I have to think of the topic. Save for the things that you want challenge. It's all 12 months. And I will send them over to you laminated, and you can pick what size you want, okay? I made my own notebook. Isn't this cute? If you guys are interested in anything like this, let me know. I was thinking about adding this to my shop if anyone's interested, but if not, just let me know. All right, let's get into our third topic. Consistency is key. Remember, this topic is from Linda. She suggested this on my Buy Me a Coffee page. So her question was how to stay consistent. So Linda, I hope you're on the live. If you are, put a comment in there so I can know you're here watching, or I hope you're able to come back and watch the replay. Let's get into topic number 3. Woo! Woo! What inconsistency is costing you? So it's one thing to be consistent. That's what we're talking about. But let's talk about when you're inconsistent. What is it costing you? Okay? So, and how to fix it. So, inconsistency is expensive. Let me know if you guys understand what I mean by this. You're inconsistent. That means you miss payments that equal fees plus your credit score drops. Forgetting to track expenses means you're overspending. Ignoring your debt means higher interest or more interest, I can say. Being inconsistent, listen to this. It costs you financially and also emotionally. Now listen, yeah, it sucks to not have enough money to do things. But you know what sucks even more? The emotional stress. Oh, that's hard to get out of. You lose momentum. You lose your confidence. You lose control. Your money just running you. Honey, please. Now, the restart cycle keeps you broke. Now, a lot of us says we restart, and that's okay. But every time you stop and you lose progress, you got to start over from scratch all over again. So how do we fix it? We fix it with accountability. Can't say that. We fix it with accountability. Join a budgeting community. We are all here today. This is our community. You come here. We talk about the things. You suggest topics for us to talk about to keep us on track. You check in weekly, not monthly. Has anybody ever tried to check in monthly and do their expenses monthly? Woo, child, I tried that one child. I could have hurt somebody. The amount of anger that I experienced. Don't do it monthly. I'm just advising you, don't try to check in monthly. And give yourself grace, but not excuses. Okay? Give yourself grace, not excuses. It's okay to fall off, just don't stay off. I think a lot of us said that today. Give yourself grace, but not excuses. Okay? All right, so let's get into our third question here. Put a number 3 next to this one. Now, what's one thing you could do to make your budget routine easier to stick to? So what do you guys think? Or if you're already doing this, what do you do to make your budget routine easier to stick to? So, for example, I can give you myself, for example. I work on my budget every Monday morning, and I always do it early in the morning with my coffee. And I think one of the reasons why this makes it easier to stick to, because I already got a routine going on. I already wake up early every morning. I'm up at least by 5 o'clock every morning. And by that time, I got a nice, good cup of coffee. The house is quiet. It's my thinking time. And I think that's why that helps me focus on my budget during that hour, because I already got a routine going on. So I've added that to my routine. You understand what I'm saying? So what's something that can make budgeting, what's the one thing you could do to make your budget routine easier? So like for those of you who get up and you go work out every day, what if, one of those days of the week when you go work out, what if you put budgeting into it? After that workout, okay, now let me sit down and let me take a look at my budget. Let me make sure everything's on track. What's something that we can make it easier? Put a number 3 next to that one. And then let me get up to the comments here. First of all, let me get some water. While I'm doing that, make sure you got your hashtag Saturday Lives in. Let's see. We got 63 entries. Very nice. Okay. Let me get some water while you guys are putting your number 3. I think I already see number 3s. All right. You guys, we have such good conversations that we run out on time. So I want to make sure we get through all of the points. So let me grab some number 3s here. Let's see. I think this is one. Overspending. Okay. Let's see. Excellent points, Chris. Yeah, it will. It gets expensive. Inconsistency gets expensive. Nobody probably sees it that way, but after today, I want you to think about that. Think about those bullet points, and you have to come back to the live and grab them. By all means, make sure you do. Grab that worksheet. Write these things down. Inconsistency is expensive. Just think about that. Let's see. Find a budget buddy that helps hold you accountable. Hey, Mona. God, this is a good idea. Find a budget buddy. When you find a budget buddy to help you accountable, it can be someone in your personal life, here in the budgeting community. They got to be on the same journey, not the same journey as you both want to save this much or you both want to do this. No, they have to be in that same mind frame. And when you find someone who's accountable like you, y'all gonna go far. I love it. I check in with my budget daily, even if there has been no spending. Yes, absolutely. I stuff the same amount in my cash envelopes every 2 weeks. Sinking funds and wallet. Okay. Structure, keeping it as my routine. My day is every Friday. Structure. It's what we said earlier. You got to make it a routine. Consistency equals routine. And you know how hard, I'm not even going to say it's hard. Because when it's something we enjoy, we're able to stick to a routine. Like I mentioned earlier, there's some of y'all who are all about your workout routine. Comment down below if this is one of you. I know some people who are and it's not me. I should probably do better. But I know people who will, when I'm up early, 5 a.m., and I'm doing things, there are people that are up 5 a.m. in the gym consistently every day. When you're consistently doing something that you enjoy, you'll take care of it. It's the things that we don't want to face that makes it harder. So you got to get a routine going. A routine will help you get on track. That's so true. Even if you're like, okay, put it on your calendar. Put that on your calendar. That's why I try to introduce time blocking. Schedule time. Schedule you an appointment on your calendar so that it alerts you every week or every 2 weeks. Your alarm's gonna go off 9 a.m. Okay, I gotta look at my my app, my banking app. I gotta look at my sinking funds. I gotta look and see if I gotta move money around. You gotta make it a routine. I like that. Tracking expenses every Sunday morning before I get groceries. This Is that Lana? Do you see what I'm saying here? Look at this routine. Every Sunday morning, she going grocery shopping. That's a routine right there. So work that in your budget. And that's a great place to work it in. Ooh, that was a good one. I like that. Planning to set aside a certain amount every week. Let's see. Set a day a week and stick to it. And it's hard, ain't it? It's hard. Listen, because what we do is hard. Budgeting is like, don't nobody want to do that? Because it's hard. Because it makes you sit there and think. It makes you sit there and look at what you've done all week. You got to reflect. Who want to reflect? Do I want to look at that I spent $200 on food? I don't want to see that. It's hard because you got to take a hard look at yourself. You got to move money around. See, nobody likes to do it. So that's why you got to make it routine and sit down and make sure you ain't got no distractions while you're doing it. I love it. All right, let's see. Who am I missing? I came in. Wait, hold on. I came in last. Will this be on YouTube page later? Yes. Once the live is over, you can always come back and catch the replay. Absolutely. I work on my budget for months ahead throughout the week. Oh, I love that. I'm glad you said that. I work on my budget. That's Rose. Okay. And for those of us who are starting, we'll get there. But yes, if you can work out your budget months ahead, especially for those of us who are salary, so we know that budget's going to be the same, but you still write it out. For those of you who are salary, still write your stuff out, because just because your payments are the same doesn't mean your expenses are going to be the same. So yes, when you get to a point, you can write that budget out 2 months ahead, 3 months ahead. Perfect. Now, what do I always say? Anybody can write a budget. I can sit here and write my budget to the end of 2026. Good job. The key is going back and using it and analyzing it and tracking it, making sure nothing's changed and adjusting it. See, that's the work. I can write out my budget through the whole year. Good for me. But it's going back and making sure I stayed on track. Did anything change? Did I come under budget? Did I go over budget? Let me tell you something. My bank got a great, I bank with US Bank. And I don't know what they are trying to do, but they are on. It's like they are my own little financial advisor now. But they sent me a little alert, little thing. And it's not a bad alert, but it tracks my stuff. And it said, you spent more last month than you brought in. I said, excuse you? Now hold on a minute. Ain't nobody asked you all that. But I love it because it sent me a message like, yo, I just want you to know this is what you spent and this is what you brought in. Something ain't adding up. I love that. I love that banks are offering this stuff now. I don't know what's getting into them, but look and see if your bank offers you that stuff. We need that kind of detail. So yes, you can write a budget out all day long. You got to make sure you're analyzing it. Okay, let's get into our fourth topic. Oh my God, you guys, it's almost 11 o'clock. Lord, I might have to do a part 2. Let's get into our fourth topic. Please make sure you're liking the live. I hope you're liking the live. And let's talk about consistency. Consistency is key. How to build habits that keep your budget on track, even when life gets messy. I have to say messy like that. But y'all know, what's that saying y'all all say? When life be lifing. Why does that irk me? That saying irks me. But hey, people love it, so I'm going to roll with it. When life get messy, when life be lifing, you got to know how to build habits to stay on track. Okay, so let's talk about it. Consistency thrives on structure, not perfection. Like we just said, schedule you some time to work on it. Stack your money habit into something you're already doing. We just talked about that too. I just talked about this. Review your spending right after your morning coffee, when you go work out. Lana said when she go grocery shopping. Automate when possible. Plan for chaos because life happens. Life be life. Okay, let me stop. Plan for chaos. Okay. Keep a oops fund for unexpected amounts so your budget doesn't collapse. Now, come on. Let me just bring this. This happens all the time, doesn't it? Life sneaks up on us with its little oopsies. And what do? We don't be ready. But we know these things happen and we're never ready. So put a number 4 next to this answer. I want to know this. Let me know this. Do you have an oops fund? And if so, what do you call it and what's the goal? So all of us, you may have a rainy day fund, or you may say, my fund, what I call it is the name. And yes, I do name my stuff, mind your business. It's called Savings Cushion. That's the name. I nicknamed it Savings Cush. And this is my, in case something happens fund. This is the emergency fund that I will touch before I touch my other emergency funds. Okay. And it has 1K in it. It's been sitting in my high yield savings account. I checked it. It has like $1,300 in there, and I have not been adding anything to it. That's just interest over the years. So, do you have an oops fund? And if so, what do you call it, and what's the goal? Put a number 4 in there, and then go ahead and make sure you put your hashtag Saturday Live in. We got 64 entries, so I'm going to pull up the giveaway tool first. But I did want to ask this question because I wanted to know what you got. I'd like to know if people like name their challenges or name their sinking funds and all this stuff. Or am I the only one? I love a good nickname. Okay, let me see what you guys are answering here. And thank you guys again so much for being here. And, I appreciate any and all feedback. So if you guys don't have my email address, please let me put it up here. You are more than welcome to send me emails with suggestions. I have my questionnaire in the description box. Let me know your feedback on these lives. I've been doing the Saturday morning lives, a couple years now. Going on our 3rd year, maybe. So let me know your feedback. Let me know any suggestions. I welcome it. Okay. All right. Let me see what's going on. Let me find some number 4s. Let me just see what you guys name your funds. Are y'all addicted like I am? Let's see. I have a Life Happens fund. What's your goal for that one? Life Happens. I like that. That's the name of it. Yes, car repair. Whew. Don't get me started. That's its own thing, ain't it? Unexpected and rainy day funds. Oh, that's Belinda. Such a language. Is that the name of your fund? Because that's what happens. Hey, that's the first thing we say. It's called look, you and they think alike. My goal is $250 fully funded. Very nice. Because stuff like that happens. Listen, life happens. We don't know when it's going to happen. And it's not always a bad thing. Let me make sure to stress that. I think we need to understand that too. It's not always a bad thing. It can be a good thing. It can be a family member is getting married and, you want to go to the wedding or a graduation or, well, we know when that's happening. But it can be, fun things that may happen in our lives too. Not always bad. So always kind of remember that when you guys are saving. Don't always save for the bad. That's why I have this thing here. Save for the things you want. Because I'm going to always stress to you, you can save for the things you want. I treated myself to a pair of AirPods the other day during Prime Day. I was so happy because I was sitting over here living on the very first pair of AirPods. I'm like, what are we doing here? Me been talking about me. She's like, girl, going in public with me with them things. Treat yourself. Just save for it. It's okay. It don't always have to be bad. Let's see. I need to start a rainy day fund. Yes. I don't, but it's a great idea. I totally need to have this kind of fun. It's such a great backup. I need to establish one of these. You guys, this is why I have this challenge. When you finish this challenge, you save over $800 just by saving as little as $1 a day. I'm not kidding. I'm almost done with mine, and I've already saved $700 just to show you guys that it is possible. It doesn't have to take a lot of money. You don't have to have a lot of money to save money. It just takes consistency. That's going on a dashboard or a t-shirt. One of the two. Let me remember what I said. Okay, let me see. Let's see. My buffer, $500. Nice. My fund is called Miscellaneous. I use savings challenges for my sinking funds, and the goal is $500. Very nice. My Oops fund is my penny challenge. It hurts less to start it over. Nice. Let's see what else we got. Oops equal miscellaneous envelope and a discretionary line item in the budget. Very nice. Very nice. Y'all see that? A line item in the budget. Make it a part of your budget. I like that. Miscellaneous, $1,000. I love to hear what y'all name y'all stuff. Miscellaneous fund or anything I choose. I never really thought to start one, but I will now. Let me tell you, the reason I do it is so, and you guys, if you've been here, you've heard me say this before. I have backups. I have backups for my main emergency fund. And I've given you my quarterback analogy. My main emergency fund is not to be touched if I can help it. So I have to set up these little, emergency funds, these mini ones. So if something happens, that's what I'm touching. I'm not touching this one here. We're not stopping this goal. So we need somebody to protect it. If you don't have a rainy day fund or oops fund or oh you know what fund or whatever miscellaneous, get one, and it doesn't have to be a lot. But it's just that one that if something happens, you go there first. And it doesn't take you off your game or distract you from that main priority. You understand? So yes, just something to think about. 2026 is approaching, so we're going to start thinking about these things. That's one of the things you may want to think about. Start off small, even if it's $100. That's $100 you got tucked away. If something happens, at least you can go reach for it. All right, let me see what else you guys say. Rainy day fun. Goal is 1K in my HISA. I hit my goal last night. Clock it. I'm working on a $200 savings challenge. That is for my rainy day fund. I do have an emergency fund, but cliffhanger, Carol. Dang it, Carol. I don't see the rest of that answer. But at least you started one. I have several miscellaneous oops fund in my dang it fund. Dang it. That's a cute one. Oh, Mona, I may have to start a dang it just so I can say that. I don't have a oops fund, and that's okay. And think about it. You guys maybe you have something that you don't call it oops, or you never thought about it the way we're talking about it, but maybe you've thought about it in another way, but it's the same thing that we're saying. Okay, and then we're over time, but let me just throw up the last topic here as it relates to consistency, and it all boils down to our mindset, okay? You can't do any of these things that we discuss if you're not in the right frame of mind, okay? So listen, consistency isn't cute. I'm going to tell y'all right now, consistency isn't cute, but it is freedom. It's going to get you where you need to go, okay? And what I mean by that is it's a lot of hard work. It's going to take a lot of hard work to be consistent. It's going to take a lot of dedication on your part. So if you want to be consistent, just know you got to be ready to put in the work and stop waiting for the perfect timing. There's no right day to start, only today. There is no right. Do not say I cannot. Let me take this banner off. Don't say I can't start this today. It's not good. There's no right day. You just got to start. Okay. And I want to say this too. Focus on your progress, not perfection. So if you miss a week, that doesn't erase it from your journey. If you miss a week of tracking your expenses, that don't erase it from your journey. You're like, oh, well, it'll fix itself. No, it's still a part of it. You still need to make sure you're looking at these things, okay? Your future you will thank the current you, okay? So I know we've run out of time, but hopefully you guys enjoyed this topic. I hope you guys are taking the things we discuss, not only the topics that I bring up, but the comments that you put in the chat. Make sure these things that you're writing, as you write them down, think about it, because this is ways to help you get started on your journey and where you see yourself going and what you need to work on, okay? All right, you guys have a few seconds. I'm pulling up the giveaway tool. We got 67 entries. So let me go ahead and share my screen every time. Let me share my screen. You got a couple seconds because, it take me a couple seconds, but here we go. We got it. All right. Good luck, everyone. All right. Thank y'all so much for being here. Oh, my God. I enjoy doing this so much. I just hope you guys enjoy it, too. Like I said, continue to send your suggestions. That was a good one. Nancy 5384. I'm not sure if you've won from my live before, Nancy, but if not, if not, let me put up my email address here. Please, I'll need you to email me where you want your giveaway prize mailed to, because it is a physical product, so I'll need to mail it. So, and you have until next Saturday morning before the next live to send me an email. If you don't reach out to me by the end, then you default it. I don't know. I may work with you, but still, I gotta have some rules over here. We gotta have some consistency. All right, you guys, I hope you enjoyed the live today. I know I went over time, but this was such a great topic. Again, thank you again to Linda for requesting this topic. This was a good one. I hope she was here in the live today. If not, I hope she's able to make the replay and come back and watch it. Just thank you guys so much for your support and showing up to the lives every Saturday. You just mean so much to me. So get out, go enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I will see y'all back here next week. Bye.